Welcome back to the Intrepid Dawn News Network. My name is CaptainKatarn, broadcasting from Intrepid Dawn Studios on Earth. As always, we bring you the top stories from around the United Earth Coalition. We have breaking news out of Starfleet headquarters in San Francisco. Today marks a historic point in human history as the hull for the first ever Warp 5 capable starship is being laid in Earth space dock. We're told that this starship will be designated NX-01 and be commanded by Captain Jonathan Archer of Starfleet. The ship has not officially been given a name at this time, but our sources have confirmed the name Enterprise is being given strong consideration. The completion of this ship will allow humanity to travel to the stars at an unprecedented rate. To give the proper perspective, the Warp 5 engine is 17 times faster than our current Warp 2 capable ships, and therefore makes the trip to the local star systems take days or weeks rather than years. Experts say that if test flights of the Warp 5 engine craft are successful, Starfleet will be able to mass produce these ships, allowing humanity to build sustainable colonies on exoplanets. Potential colonists have been signing up in droves through the popular social media site Spacebook, and will be chosen initially based on qualifications to adapt to potentially hazardous situations. Starfleet believes that within a few years, however, migration will be open to all citizens of the United Earth Coalition. However, not all groups within the United Earth Coalition believe we should pursue this objective. Those that oppose the spread of humanity to the stars claim we are not ready for what lies beyond, and reference the position of 21st century physicist Stephen Hawking, who believed that we should not try to conquer or interact with potential alien species, as they may be rapacious marauders, roaming the cosmos in search of resources to plunder and planets to conquer and colonize. Time will tell if his words become prophetic. Starfleet continues to dismiss these fears as baseless and affirms their intention to continue exploration of the galaxy in the name of peace and scientific progress. However, in a massive shift in policy, Starfleet has decided to allow citizens of the United Earth Coalition to vote on policy initiatives undertaken during the exploration, and will give a limited window for citizens to cast their vote on hot topic issues to determine the future of Starfleet and the fate of the human race. Be sure to make your voice heard. Thank you for joining us. I'm CaptainKatarn from the Intrepid Dawn News Network. We'll see you in the verse. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stellaris Season 2, Episode 1. This is our Star Trek playthrough. The cinematic you just watched kind of set the universe, so where we go from here is completely up to you. It's completely up to the game. This is a playthrough for all of us. I hope you guys enjoy it. My name is CaptainKatarn. Welcome to Intrepid Dawn, and let's get started. So we are the United Earth. Our ruler is Nathan Samuels. We are a democracy, a moral democracy. We have warp travel. Our capital is Earth, and you can see some of the ethics. This is predetermined by the mod. Stellaris New Horizons, totally recommended. It is a lot of fun. So let's just read this and see where we are. So we kind of set the stage with our cinematic showing that the NX-01 is in progress. So that's where we're going to depart. And like I said, where we end up from there is completely up to viewer voting, as well as what happens in the game. So the specter of war has followed humanity for centuries, culminating in the Third World War in 2053. Emerging from this post-atomic horror, the people of Earth struggled to survive until the scientist Zefram Cochrane successfully drew the attention of Vulcan science vessel to Planahath a decade later. Following almost a century of Vulcan patronage, the people of Earth are ready to take their first steps into the great unknown, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Alright, that's pretty inspiring. Let's get started. We're gonna get in here, we're gonna just kind of take a look at what's going on here. So we can see that we have the entire galaxy here. They have all of the quadrants kind of set up, and if we come in close, we see like the different Wolf 359, Sirius, Alpha Centauri, all of our local systems that we're pretty much aware of. I believe the Klingons will probably be somewhere over here, maybe the Romulans as well. So this will be like the Alpha Beta quadrant, then Delta, Gamma, etc. Probably Kardashian over here. Kardashian. Damn. Alright, so let's take a look. So this shows us that we're at the Sol system, where Earth is. The system is pretty nicely modeled. We have a couple different planets to choose from. get started with our research, because research is everything. Now, it's different in this game than it is in the vanilla version. Plus, we also have all the expansions, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but let's see. These are my choices. We have gravity manipulations, which is the tactical console. Gravitational sensors. And resettlement cost. I have to be honest, I'm not really all excited about any of these. I guess we'll go with the tactical console. For society, we have food consumption, colony ship, and Mars initiative. What is this? Highly advanced and specialized, used to divert comets from their solar orbit and force them to crash on the Mars polar ice cap. That's interesting. So it's like terraforming Mars in a way. Okay, well, we have to do the colony ship though. It's not even a choice. And then down here, spaceport level 2. All right, we definitely need that spaceport level 2 so we can get the destroyer, which is the NX project. So we'll get that going, and then hopefully that won't take that long. About 22 months, so a little under 2 years, and we should have that. Get started. So let's see, we should also have construction ships. Take a look. Very nice, we have a construction ship there. We're going to get them started with mining some resources for us, so we'll have them build a mining station there, followed by... Actually, no, that's a complete waste of resources. What we want to do instead, dilithium here, I want to send them to somewhere that's going to actually have... See how Juno has a 4? That's much better because it costs me a whole energy point to mine that, so I don't want to just mine a 1 whenever energy credits and everything else are currently in short supply. We're going to do that, and now we'll take our science ship, which is a Daedalus class. I'm probably saying that wrong. You can correct me in the comments. And we're going to tell him to explore. So go back. I find it interesting, or easier just to do it like this. So I have the science ship. Apparently there's nothing I can do here, so we're going to have him go and explore Alpha Centauri. That going. Now, we have colonies on both Earth and Mars, so we need to manage those and make sure that we're okay. First of all, we see that we have a governor, Helena Lambert. I'm totally willing to rename any of these characters for people that participate in the series. So if you want to comment on it, if you want to do anything like that, if you vote on it, there's a very good possibility that you might be featured in this playthrough. I want to, just say thank you to all my viewers and make sure that you guys feel appreciated in that way. So Earth is at a 0 for growth, which isn't good. We definitely need some growth. See what we can do here. Suppose I can't afford that yet. I'm just trying to see where's the best place for me to set up some more habitation. Maybe right here. So we'll look at that. We'll look to build a hydroponic farm here whenever I get the credits for it. I have some expansion plans for Earth, just to make sure that we are still growing. Let's take a look at Mars and see what we have. Mars is a very small colony. They are currently +2, so they are going to be they're going to be expanding here shortly. All right, so I'm gonna have to research the tech to be able to clear these tiles, and then we can have a little bit more of a interesting colony there. Take a look. I think that we're good. Overall, we have these ships, the Emmett class, which really only showed up, I believe, in the opening of Enterprise. If you're familiar with that, they're kind of like the Warp 2 pre-NX project that the United Earth had. That's where we are. Let's get started, guys. I'm really, really excited about this playthrough. So we're gonna play it on a mix between fast and... Oh, here we go. Faction founded. New faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the United Earth. Led by Governor Helena Lambert, they call themselves the Free Citizen Committee. Their members work for equality and justice for all denizens of our empire. Disgruntled faction will be a source of trouble, but those that approve of the government's actions could prove useful. Okay, so this is probably part of the new expansion, because I don't remember having something like that in my Empire playthrough, but then again, if we did, we would crush them with a Star Destroyer, and that would be the end of it. Oh, we have a transmission. Let me take a look here. Ah, it's Q. Bonjour. I cannot speak French. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Q. Just Q. From the Q Continuum. Trust me, I'm all that. Omnipotent. I can't say that word. Handsome. Anyhow, I've dined your pathetic civilization to at least somewhat worthy of my advice and guidance. The challenges ahead of you are different enough that you've encountered before that you'll be a fool to turn down my offer. As a token of my generosity, I'd like to offer you have a nice shiny mineral. Alright, we'll take his mineral. I think that that's fine. Why not? Excellent. So if we've already attracted the Eye of Q, we must be doing something right. Plus the minerals don't hurt. Actually, was it just a one-time mineral, or
incoming transmission?
What's going on here? We got another transmission. Alright, the Vulcan High Command would like to join with us against potential threats. Now, being a new Earth species, I think we should do that. We should absolutely protect ourselves on the galactic scale, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And Vulcan is actually right over here. Nice. So you say Pejum and Vulcan. Not bad. Alright, and at some point we may even be able to convince them and some other races to form a more stable federation. We'll see. But right now we're still on our own, only we're loosely allied to Vulcan. Thank you. I agree. We're going to start a migration treaty, so we're going to allow the Vulcans and the humans to change planets at their will. I think that's good for us because the Vulcans are very scientific minded, and I can put some of them to work in any of our science plans, just to increase the overall influence, unity. This is interesting. This is a new thing. I'm not familiar with it. It'll be fun. Try to figure that out. Habitable World Survey. We now know without a doubt that the thriving biosphere is not something on Earth. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus on planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. That's a commendable objective. It kind of fits Starfleet's Starfleet's goals and exploration. I like it. Alright, so we're doing that. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? We have...
Station complete.
Okay. Our construction ship is ready now for new orders, so let's take a look at how much we've saved up. So we do have a little bit of minerals to spare. I would like him to go... Let's get this, because I want to get this dilithium crystal as well. I'm not sure what it does in terms of this game, but I know from Star Trek that dilithium crystals are kind of important, and we definitely want to make sure that we're following up on that. Also, something else I wanted to do, yes, I want to clear this now. We have the money to do so. So we'll clear this land over here and get even more space for food. I need to get some growth in here very shortly because we're not growing any people on the planet, capital planet, which is a problem. So we will do that, and that will become our priority.
Incoming transmission.
All right, we have an incoming transmission. See what's going on. Okay, Vulcans would like to propose the following trade. They're offering us a research agreement. This gives the other party 25% research cost, negative 25%, which is good, for technologies that the United Earth have already researched, and we get 25% for anything that they've already researched. Yeah, we definitely do better on this deal than they do, because if you look here, we only have 2 that we have researched that they haven't, and they have like 7. So we're definitely going to agree to that. That is in our best interest. I also wanted to take a look here at Prime Minister Nathan Samuels. See him here in some of the uniforms. Also available for all of our viewers, names of these scientists. So if you want to be a part of this, let me know, and we will name one of these scientists after you, and that will become your character. You may even be featured in one of the upcoming cinematics if something interesting happens. So just taking a look at the research here, we have about 6 months until we get our colony ship, and that will be super exciting. Let's see, our scientist is still out here. Oh, we found some really good Class M planets, it looks like, in the Alpha Centauri sector. So that definitely could be our next move in terms of colonization, if it makes sense at this time. We'll definitely see. Alright, let's continue.
Tile blocker cleared.
Alright, so we have finished construction on Earth. Remove this. Now, I said that my next priority is going to be getting up a hydroponic farm. We definitely want that, and then I'm going to have to take somebody away from what they were doing to do that. So I think I'm going to move this guy off of the minerals, just once that's actually completed.
Research complete.
Alright, so we're really starting to move now. So that is currently constructing. Let's take a look. We have the colony ship, which is very important for us to be able to go to the stars. We also have the physics created as well, the tactical console. Let's take a look. What do we have now? We can do phase cannon. I think that's... Oh, and we also have the Warp 5 engine. Warp 5 engine or phase cannon. Well, you can't go anywhere, or you can't shoot your phase cannon if you can't go anywhere. So I think we should go with the Warp 5 engine first. And then here we have Ministry of the Interior, Special Forces training, Historic Landmark. The monthly influence is probably pretty important for us, especially because we want to influence other people via diplomacy. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Plus it also unlocks some other technologies. And we're 4 months away from being able to build our first NX class, which will be really, really exciting. I'm really stoked to see that. So I'm going to turn down the speed a little bit because things are starting to happen pretty quickly. Kind of nice. Go ahead and pause that. We'll check Earth. Earth is still building this right now. See that right here. Let's see, we are finished with our spaceport level 2, which is just amazing. Now we're going to unlock the destroyer, and this is the NX class. This is going to take another 2 years, but it's totally worth it. We'll let that ride a little bit. Alright, so our construction ship doesn't have any orders right now. I would like them to... Looking at all the different options we have, I would like them to get this when possible, so next month we should be able to grab that. Have that waiting. Go. So far our empire is taking shape. Baby steps. Wasn't all built overnight, and that's the cool part about it. So our scientist is leveled up. Commander Thwain.
Station complete.
Okay. Also, he's going to be available. So pretty much any of these minus the Prime Minister, their names will be available for our viewers. So if you want to be somebody, speak up in the comments. We'll be happy to put you in there. Like I said, this series is all about us as a group. What else do we have here? Have an inactive building, so now it's time to move this guy down here. So we're going to lose a little bit of mineral production, but we'll be able to grow a new population. See him down here. He's actually growing right now. That's a good thing. Really important. Get that going. And then once we grow him, I think we're going to have him just go up here, and we'll continue to grow out new people and populate our world. Take a look at Mars and see how they're doing. Have somebody coming in over here. Okay, so they're going to need more food. Probably, we can afford it. Yep, make that a hydroponic one as well. And once we have the minerals for it, we'll upgrade that to a planetary administration. Excellent, so we're still serving Alpha Centauri. It looks like that's going pretty well. Let's continue. You can kind of just see, like, if you get down in here. Just how nice this game can look. I'm really excited about this. But I'll reset it. Oh, thought it would reset it. There we go.
Anomaly found.
Alright, so we have briefly detected, and why is it not pausing? Emanating. Jeez, wow. We have briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. Failure risk is 10%, but the reward is pretty great, so we're going to go ahead and research that. Make it so, sir. Alright, so we're going to watch his progress while we do this. Just to make sure that
complete.
it's good. Alright, we got the new moons up. That's great. I want to save some more minerals here so that we have the ability to build a warp ship once it's available.
Station
of the
complete.
NX5s. Or NX01s. Excellent. Looks good. We're still about 13 months away from everything. So that'll be a really nice upgrade when that happens. And he's almost done. Let's see what happened. Glancing hit. While approaching Alpha Centauri 4A, USS Noble suddenly received a glancing hit by several passing mass driver rounds. Projectiles were billions of years old, and based on their trajectory, they appear to be stray rounds fired from a neighboring galaxy. Oh, that's cool. After missing their intended target, they continued on their journey for untold millennia until today. Rounds we recovered are of advanced design despite their incredible age. Amazing. So, very good. And I take it we didn't lose any hands and everything is still great. So let's take a look at our fleet here. We don't have an admiral assigned at this point, so I'm going to recruit one of our admirals. I think that would be a very good thing to do. Here we go. Contact report. Remnants. Weeks after the USS Noble's latest fruitful exploratory survey, human xenologists are practically falling over themselves to publish their takes on findings on Alpha Centauri 4A. This fevered storm in the scientific community has had some negative, yet temporary, impact on pursuits in other fields. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Let's say, stop this right now. We need an admiral for our fleet, so we have a few choices here. Teresa is aggressive with a plus 8% fire rate. Admiral Jamal is cautious, he can fire further. And this one gets a leadership gain. I'm going to go with Teresa because I think that the fire rate's important, although the weapons range, well, I just don't know what the default behavior is for the ships, if they'll stay at the edge of their weapons range or if they'll move in. So I think something like this might not be as useful, at least initially. Certainly, I think that there's value to that. So we will go ahead and recruit her, and she is now going to be our admiral. Also, if you'd like to be the admiral of the fleet, again, in the comments, make sure you vote and participate in the series, and we will certainly consider it. Let's continue. All right. We are only a few months away now, less than a year from various projects. See how we're doing on Earth. We're still growing people. Probably need another one. We want to get this growth going as quickly as possible because the more that we're able to produce from our home planet, the faster our empire can grow. And that is a large part of what we need to do. Let's see. I have 117. I should probably get another. Station while I can. Maybe Brighton. Oh, I didn't get that. We're saving the energy in the pocket till the next one. I think that will be a play for us so that we know that we can manage our energy and we have a +3 that's ready to go. Looks like there's a lot of really nice resources over on Alpha Centauri. Okay, arriving at Proxima, we've detected unusual intermittent subspace readings. 20% risk. Risk is a part of the chair if you want to sit there, so let's do this.
Fleet.
Okay, here we go. The silent enemy. After a day in orbit of Proxima with no progress in locating the source of the unusual subspace readings, Captain Thwang prepared to give the order to move the USS Noble's next survey target. Moments later, the ship's sensors detected a surge in subspace activity followed by the appearance of an alien ship off the port bow. Hailing the vessel proves fruitless, and after several minutes of silent confrontation, the ships warp away. Now we have a decision to make. Should we attempt to follow the ship, wait for the ship to return, or leave orbit because we don't want a confrontation? I'm conflicted. I think we're going to We're gonna attempt to follow the ship. We're curious about them. We're trying to learn. It could be it could be seen as a attack, but if so, hopefully our ship will be willing to defend itself. So let's attempt to follow the ship. Frigate's not enough for you, so you've discovered destroyers and now you want me to tell you how to build them. No. Okay, so they were using Q as a tutorial, which is actually brilliant. I like that. That was a really good idea. So we have the destroyer unlocked. Let's go ahead and continue with that. Now, oh yeah, we need a space torpedo. We need to be able to defend ourselves, so electroceramic hull, spatial torpedo, or polarized hull plating. Spatial, way to go. Let's go ahead and we'll come back to this. Let's build our ship. So here we are. We have the Enterprise. No, I think that's an X class destroyer. Yes. All right. Kind of see it. Bad looking. Model's very nice. Oh, they did really well. Go ahead and save that. We'll delete the Enterprise. We will individually name the ships, which is kind of cool. All right. So up here we have our different potential weapons. So we have pulse cannons and light nuclear torpedoes. Okay, over here we have secondary hull, so we have deuterium fuel tanks. This is interesting. This is different than what they had. So it looks like these are the consoles that they were referencing in the tech tree. Let's see what we have. We have inertial dampeners, a basic anti-grav technology. Isn't that kind of necessary? Nuclear reactor. Okay, can't put it there. I can put it here, and then yellow one, deuterium tanks. Okay, I'm not really sure what all these do, but we'll find out together. So just looking through here, so we use a tactical console there. I think that's a good idea. Okay, now it's making more sense. So as I research those upgrades, I'll have different hull types to choose from, and they'll end up doing different things for my ship. So my ship has quite a bit of power now, which is good. We're plus 211. I like that. And we'll save that. Override the NX design. Very good. It's a little bit costly for us to build, so we're going to definitely have to save up for that. But it looks like it is going to be a fairly robust ship, so I'm very excited about that, especially compared to what we have now. This will be quite the upgrade. So we should have one of those very shortly. Now, what were we doing prior to this? Take a look. Okay, so he had... well, we were in the middle of that confrontation, so let's see what happens now. The minutes of the aliens entering warp, the USS Noble's sensors lock on their vessel starts to deteriorate. 5 minutes more and the ship has disappeared from sensors completely. Captain Thwain orders additional power to the sensors and another subspace disturbance is detected several light hours away. Arriving at the coordinates, the vessel appears to be attempting to widen the disturbance through a tachyon emission of unknown nature. However, as the USS Noble draws nearer, the emissions are cut. The vessel raises its shields and powers up what appears to be its weapon system. Let's hail them. The USS Noble's communications officer repeats an all-frequencies hail to the alien vessel. Bridge crew await response in tense silence with only the hum of the ship's engines in the background. An alert chimes. The alien ship has powered its engines and has once again entered warp. Accepting the aliens do not wish to be contacted, Captain Thwang orders a course plotted to the next system. Physics department look forward to reviewing the subspace data gathered during this encounter. So we got plus 90. That's pretty good. Definitely take that. Alright, not bad. So now our science ship needs a new order. So where should we go now? We want to make sure that we're doing all of the worlds within our sphere of influence first. So I think that it's probably, you can see Wolf 424. Looks like it's in there from that, from that perspective, but it's really not. So I want to make sure that we have all of our colonization options available first before we start exploring outside of the world. I think that that's going to end up being a really good thing, so let's continue. Game is so much fun. You can just lose hours and hours in this game. Alright, we got another transmission. Let's see what they have to say. The Vulcans, they would like to trade with us. They're gonna give us 20 credits, energy credits, which is definitely helpful. It's more than a month. Star charts and an active link, and they want us to share as well. I agree with that. That would be awesome for us to do that. That's a no-brainer. Now we can see all of the worlds that they have surveyed and conquered, and they can see all of ours. Again, I'm not worried about the Vulcans attacking us. I think that's fairly unlikely. This is pretty cool. I love the graphics in this. I mean, it's for a 4X game, they're pretty intense. You can just see that here. And this model is really nice. Really well done, guys. Alright, so we have a new research. We have researched the Warp 5 engine. Big deal. Now we'll have the opportunity to do a physics lab or a gravitational sensor. I think that anytime that you're given the option to do a lab, you should always take one, because that can increase the total science done by your empire. Which is a huge, huge thing. The faster you gain technology, the more powerful you are against any potential adversary. And it's always recommended. I think continue. And since we got the Warp 5 engine, we should probably make sure that we put that in service as well. So grab this. Down here, that's the Warp 3 engine. Now we have the Warp 5 engine. Save that. Yes, it keeps getting out of our reach because we keep making it better, but eventually we'll have the credits for it.
Station complete.
Excellent. So Triton is good to go. We're still okay on energy for now. Nice. Food is stored and maxed. It looks like all of our planets are going to grow at a nice space. First, we're going to check this. Alright, we have our monthly influence. Now, Biolab 2, like I said, although all of these are interesting, we always want to, choose anything that can give us permanent bonuses, like the Biolab. Very good. Now we have a new thing. Vulcan would like to enter a coalition for mutual protection. I agree with that. Oh.
Spatial rift detected.
After successfully translating their language, we've established communications with the Andorian Empire. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have been terminated. That's great. Sounds good. Let's meet them. Ah, blue skin. Like it. That's my weakness, blue skin ladies. I represent the Andorian Empire. Our elected leader, Empress Vral, believes in peace through strength, but do not be alarmed by our military spendings. We are impressed by your species and hope you will agree to a cultural exchange between our people. We learn much from each other. Ah. We have encountered some form of alien vessels in the Sol system. Not like that. Ah, they're the Andorians. We're okay. Contact report. News of alien ships humming through the ether have reached Earth, in many ways ending the first chapter of the book of the United Earth's bid for a stellar empire. Now we know that there are others out there, so we're gonna have to work together. Still don't know where the Andorians are, though. Maybe, okay, so this is their system. Okay. Offer the migration treaty, sure. Offer associate status. Vulcans vote yes. We're good. Alright, that way we'll be able to see what they have and what we have, and we're going to have a secure future. Work together with these people, I think, and hopefully have a really good relationship. Alright, we have brought in the Vulcans. Or the Vulcans and the Andorians. Now we have two races that are working with us together in harmony. Like that. Let's see what else we can. Stop this for a second. They voted to off. That's pretty cool. I definitely like that. Well done on the mod, guys. Alright, so we are now migrating as well. Really good, I like it. Our naval capacity has gone down, though. How did that happen? Oh, do I have to give some to the coalition? Probably. Yeah. 20% due to coalition contribution. Alright, so that means that I need to increase Earth's space dock. So here we can see the spaceport. And it's expensive, but worth it. That'll help a lot, and we need that anyway to be able to build the NX class. So it's a required component, and that'll be our next expenditure. Next month. Months from now. Tell you though, I could just play this for hours. Okay, so we're done with Bernard Star, and unfortunately compared to Alpha Centauri, it really is not very resource intensive. Let's take a look and see which one are we going to be the closest to potentially grabbing next. It looks like Ross or Cirrus. Since Cirrus has all kinds of occult following, I think I'm going to send them there. See what we can find. Be interesting. I don't know if this game's going to model that as well. And next month we should be able to do the spaceport upgrade as well. Okay, so the Free Citizen Committee is actually a pretty good thing. So as long as we, you know, continue on that path, that's not going to be an issue for us. Sometimes, you know, if it's like rebellious slaves, that could be a problem because it starts sabotaging things, but they seem pretty happy overall. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I am curious what... There's a glacial planet and gas giants, some moons. Potentially habitable, maybe. Probably not. So we get a really good anomaly. Pretty cool. Take a look over here. Okay, we're back up to 12. And we have the money now, so we're going to do the level 2 spaceport upgrade. And we really, really need to focus on getting more minerals. It's going to have to be our goal right now, because that's holding us back quite a bit. So this guy's about to grow into that. Let me check on Mars. How are they doing?
Research complete.
She's actually migrating to Earth. Fine. So... Alright, that's fine. Vulcan High Command and Andorians are migration treaties, so now all three of these empires can move around at will. That's nice. Really have a coalition forming there. And we now have a new research. Let's see, what did we get? We got the physics lab last time. So we have the phase cannon, orbital computer, or the gravitational sensor array. Now I definitely want the phase cannon. Like I said before last time, you couldn't go anywhere without the engine, but you definitely want to be able to defend yourself once you get there. I'm gonna go with phase cannon. Okay, so I think doing pretty well. We're up to almost 40 minutes here. Continue a little bit more. See if anything else interesting can happen, or if we can get that next haul laid. Be really exciting. Alright, I just want to check this, because if I can find any ones that have a really good benefit, like more than 2. Doesn't look like it though. They're like 2 and 1. Like sometimes you get the world like the other one that had 4. That's something that you want to grab and make. Cost you not very much resources for a pretty good return. I just don't see anything there that's gonna do it. Send them here. Build that at least, so that we have some kind of sensor for that region. How are we doing on influence? Our influence is it's okay. It was better until we joined the coalition, of course.
Station complete.
That actually has kind of a negative on us. Okay, what is this? This is... Have enough unity to adopt a new tradition. Okay, this is all completely new to me. Okay, so I adopted the tradition, I guess. So by adopting this, it cost me my diplomatic influence cost is reduced by 50%. Alright, well that's cool. We learned about that together. The new expansion just came out like a week ago. So, still trying to play through it. This is my first time doing it. And doing it with all of you guys, because I figured that we could do this as a community playthrough, which would be more fun. So we have the spatial torpedo as well. Oh, spatial torpedo. Engineering console, power plant, or what is the Trillium D? Mostly used inside the Delphic expanse to protect against dangerous anomalies. Also very poisonous to, or toxic to Vulcans, if I remember the episodes correctly. I think we're gonna go with the power plant. We kind of need that. It's important. Keeping up with power has always been a problem in this game, at least for me. I like to build large fleets, and they tend to be very energy very much an energy drain on your stores, especially when you move them out of space dock. We'll go ahead and do that. Looks like we're 4 months away from a biolab. Thank you. Have not. Okay, so Mars has this. I built something else here. What are they doing on food? +3. Maybe another power plant, because we want to make sure that getting everything we possibly can out of that planet. There's nothing else we can do. Faction founded. New faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Earth. Led by Admiral Costa, they call themselves the Eternal Vigilance Council. Their members are advocating for closed borders and non-interference with galactic affairs. That's going to be a problem. So, alright, I've gone ahead and I have suppressed them. Because, again, that's a real problem. So we'll see. Because, I mean, we're just built to be inclusive of everyone. We have to be, just based on our current political
Station
doctrine.
complete.
So if we have them creating political intrigue, that would be a real issue. Something we might explore in the next cinematic. Oh. Alright, we've got the biolab. So let's take a look. We have that grand institution, dangerous technology for slave armies. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to be something I'm gonna do. The Form Coalition one is interesting, but since we already got that from the Vulcans, we're fine. I think we need to do the Planetary Unification. It gives us all of these edicts, and then we have a lot more choice in what we're able to do. Go ahead and do the Planetary Unification. That was perfect. And science ship needs additional places to explore, so we'll send him to... I'll tell you what, we'll just set these orders up in advance, make sure that we don't miss anything. And there we go. So we're going to survey the stars just around in clockwise or counterclockwise order, because that makes sense from where we are. That. Our construction ship probably needs more orders, so we're down to only +7 on energy. Know what's using our energy. Go ahead and have him build that there. We really need minerals. So he's unhappy. That's a... Alright, excellent. So even though they're unhappy, they're unlikely to affect their own production of food. We want to make sure that they're always in a place where they don't necessarily hurt us that much. It's kind of interesting to have to deal with the political ramifications of your people. And we need our governor to do a better job of that.
Research
Unrest.
complete.
Garrisoned armies, decrease it. I think we need a garrison army. Let's take a look. Oh, we got a new faction. New faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the United Earth, led by scientist Kareem. Not even going to try it. They call themselves the National Wealth Lobby. Their members lobby for a national focus on financial growth and stability. We're going to get torn apart internally before we ever have a chance to join a large stellar coalition. So that's exciting. We'll see where that goes. So we also have the Andorians here, and it looks like they are checking us out as well. We're both doing science-like activities. They are. It's pretty cool. I always did like the Andorian ships. Alright, so we have a new... And we just researched the phase cannons. Very good. Okay, so we're going to go with the orbital computer, because that's apparently a big deal and unlocks a lot of technology for us. And do that. We're getting closer to an NX ship. Cannot wait. Hopefully give us a little bit of military legitimacy. Problem is that the AI sometimes look at your amount of ships and resources, or how quickly you build them, or anything else like that to determine whether or not or they should attack you. And I want to make sure that we're not an easy target.
Complete.
So we have and got more energy, which is great. Fantastic. Pause that for a second. Now I want to get some armies built, just so that we don't have any problems here. We'll have a human defense army. Isn't bad. Cost is pretty low. Put 5 of them here because we have 5 slots, And that will allow us to get this unrest down as well, if I'm reading that correctly. Go ahead and start that. We'll build our armies. Like I said, we're just for defense at this point. Let me take a look at Mars and see how we're doing. Mars has 0 unrest. They kind of know how to live. It's like, do it right. Birth of space piracy. Alarming reports are coming in from the frontiers of our space. Since we've developed space travel, violent fringe groups on Earth have departed our homeworld in increasing numbers, spurning the peaceful ways of our society. These misguided individuals call themselves the Lost Fleet, have converted several civilian vessels into warships. They now prey on civilian shipping as pirates, and their wanton attacks have led to many deaths. Drastic measures may be needed to protect our people. We should be better than this. I totally agree, and that's bad. Not really prepared for pirate threat this time. So, question is, where are they? I don't know. Are they medium? Oh, see what's in there? Yeah, look. Alright, I'm just looking for them where I can. Oh, I can't see them here. I just need our fleet to be ready to go at a moment's notice to engage them, and I hope that we're strong enough, because, to be honest, minerals are really, really hard to get at this point in the game.
Research complete.
Alright, we got another research. Looks like we have the power plant. Perfect. And now I think we should go with the Photonic Torpedo. Big deal. Although, no, we're going to go with the hull, because that unlocks a lot of other things. That'll be 2 years. Have that. That's done on the other ones. Like I said, as soon as we see them come in, move. Scanning the star unveils a small object in rapid orbit. Its small size and high velocity make it difficult for our sensors to isolate. 20% failure risk. Make it so. And we are moving along. Here they are. Okay. Stop immediately. We'll go to our fleet, and we need to engage them. Maximum efficiency and prejudice. Let's go. This is gonna be exciting. So this is our first combat action. Let's go ahead and go to them
Is under attack.
and hope we get there in time. With these really slow ships, I think you only really saw this from behind. Second, we got in the middle of a war here. Okay, they want to give us minerals for star charts. I need minerals. I think that's a great trade. Thank you. Agree. I love it how they're offering me stuff for things I probably would have given them anyway. But it works. Okay. Oh no, the probability conundrum. Got a report from the science officer. It seems that a ceramic container is circling the star Wolf 424b. Most particular. It should obviously not be there, yet somehow it's managed to find its way into a close orbit. A special project can be issued to investigate the container and try to deduce how it ended up there. Conundrum worth investigating. Take a look at that at another time.
Rift detected.
There we go. Oh, yeah, that's how we warp jump apparently. Oh, it's not perfect, but this is still the best Star Trek game I think there is. So we've come out of warp, and now we are engaging the enemy. So let's take a look and see. Oh yeah,
Mining station
nice.
lost. Hostile fleet engaged.
We did lose the mining station, but hopefully we'll be able to take them. Okay, so it looks like we got down their shields at least. I'm not liking this. I think we're going to lose the fleet. It's not looking good. We need to retreat. I did lose the fleet ship, but fortunately there just wasn't anything else we could do from that. Where are they going now?
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
Uh-oh. Coming to us, but if they do, that's fine, because our starbase will be able to save us, but we definitely need to go and repair them, and we're going to save up to get... Oh, stop a second. Alright, so we have new technology, what was just researched. So we got the infrastructure projects and all of that. That's perfect. Now we have the opportunity to do Black Ops, which is awesome. I mean, that's like Section 30, Section 31 stuff there. Science Console. We're doing Black Ops. Just so cool. How can you do that? 1 month away from the optical computer, so we'll take a look for that. Let's see, how much would it cost for me to build more ships? Because I definitely need some more ships. I mean, for the amount of power difference between these two, we're definitely going to get the destroyer class. We have to get like an NX class out there, and I'm pretty sure we could wipe the floor with it. But we're going to just need to wait for that. Unfortunately, we did lose two of the mineral producers, but overall it's not going to be that big of a problem. So what was it that it saw here that it went away from? I guess they jumped here. So we need this guy, continue on his path, and we're good to go. Right.
Research complete.
And now we have the optical computer. I said orbital before. Pulse phaser cannons. Apparently that's a big deal. Phase discriminator. Operations station. Type A reactor core. Power generation. Huh. I am thinking that we do a phase cannon, especially after what we just saw. So go ahead and do that. Let's pause this for a second. I think the other problem is that I didn't upgrade my ships. So I definitely need to refit the ones that I think we know. Yeah, we have phase cannon 2. Spatial torpedo, which I think average damage 4.1 versus 3.7. So slightly better. And here we have the option for, let's see, force fields, which all points go up. I don't have any. Oh, but it does good. And then the one, so I can have the inertia dampener or reactor. Power is not an issue right now, so we'll go with the damp. Upgrade this to the optical computer. Make sure that we have the right everything here. We have Warp 5 engine. Excellent. Alright, so then we're also going to make sure that we upgrade the... Alright, that should help. We'll see what this jumps up to. Whether or not the expenditure was worth it. Hope it is. Thank you.
Ships upgraded.
Oh, wow, yeah. So we got like plus 30 on our hit points to that. So now 2 ships are worth what we had on 3 previously. That's a big deal. So get the NX class out there, and it's going to be better. Before we build it, we'll make sure that it's fully upgraded to what we need. It's going to take a little bit of time, and we're kind of boxed in until then. Now we really are, because it looks like the Andorians have expanded considerably and cut off like half of my potential colonization. That's alright. We're not mad or anything. So we have finished the Wolf 424 system for them. We don't actually get anything out of that. How are we doing? So these guys are fairly happy. These guys are very happy, and these guys are very unhappy. Hopefully we lose more populations off the Vigilance Council, because it's not very good for us. Also, we haven't checked them in a while, so let's see what's going on the surface. People, excellent. So we have a lot less people that are free. We can take the guy out. Perfect. Let that play out.
Long range scan of
First
planet
fleet's
complete.
here. Good, so we have that one.
Research complete.
New research, let's see. Electroceramic hull. Awesome. We have now advanced starship designs. Oh yeah. Advanced starship. Cool is that? We're getting plus 9 here. It's 14 here. I like it. We definitely need more research though. I guess we need to colonize, so at this point, guys, we're right up to about an hour. So I think I'm going to call it for episode 1. Like I said, we want to really make sure that you guys are as much a part of this series as possible. So make sure that you comment. If you comment, let me know which character you'd like to be. We'll put your name in there, and then we'll use you in the cinematic. So this week's vote is going to be, should we focus on defense or expansion? We don't have the money to do both right now. I can save up until we can get that NX class, and that'll really change a few things. Or we can build a colony ship and go over to Alpha Centauri and really start establishing human presence on other worlds. So that's going to be our question for you guys today. So in the comments, I'm going to have a thread there where it says, please vote, should we go expansion or should we go defense? And you guys let me know which one you prefer. And we'll have the tallied votes up and the new cinematic with everything that's happened in this episode and where we're going from here for the next episode. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, Stellaris takes a while, but it is an amazing game, and I think we're going to have fun with this, especially because of the dynamic that we're going to have where we interact with you, and that's really the important part. So I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these episodes. The voting is going to be something that is time sensitive, since I need to, calculate all the votes, make the next cinematic, and then put out the video. That's important, but certainly if you're following the series any other time and maybe you missed it, that's okay. We love having you here, and there will certainly be other opportunities for you to participate. And as always, my name is CaptainKatarn. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the verse.